So in this video I use my DJI Neo 2 drone to explore two river valleys. One is the Jones Falls, which runs along the 83 Expressway, and the other is Stony Run, which runs right past Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore City. So let me mark those out, and while I'm marking those, why don't you hit the like button so more people can see this video. It just draws attention to it through the YouTube algorithm. So there's the Stony Run, and I'm going to roughly map out or carve out the Jones Falls here that again runs along the expressway, and you'll see that later in the video. Next, I'm going to draw the ridge line between these two river valleys, the crest between them. There's a road that runs along them called Roland Avenue. Now I'm marking out the path that I'm going to walk with the DJI Neo 2 drone following me. Let's make those a little bit easier to see. I'm adding the latter part of my walk, and I'll spare you the details of the walk, but just giving you the idea of the path I'm taking, which follows hills up to the ridgeline. Now I'm drawing out a flight path to a water tower that I'm going to fly to at the end of this video, which is kind of a fun little flight. All right, so now I've got the geography laid out for you here, and I'm going to mark where I start on my walk. There we go. And now let's continue. Here I am at the starting point. I'm going to point out to you the downhill direction towards Stony Run. You can see the woods back behind there. That's where the little stream runs along. And now soon enough I'm going to start walking uphill, but first I've got to tell my drone to follow from behind. And that's the beauty of these DJI Neo 2 drones as well as others. They have the ability to do hand commands. This is a great drone for anybody getting into this hobby. Now you can see I'm going to be walking uphill here for a little bit, and then I'll join you a little further along the path. Okay, I've reached the top of the hill there on that block, and now I'm going to cut across horizontally to the hillside and then walk up the block a little bit further. Here I am getting the drone to get behind me. Come on, get behind me there. I'm going to continue walking. Alright, now I'm doing my silent movie fast walk over to another street. You can see I'm going to continue uphill on this street. I now continue my walk up out of the Stony Run stream valley towards the crest of the valley along which Roland Avenue runs. Here I position myself so that I can feature some colorful row homes as I continue walking uphill here. And you can see that they've kind of inspired each other to see who can be most colorful. I'm walking in the follow mode with my DJI Neo 2 drone, a tiny little drone that's a lot of fun to fly. Here I'm going to feature a white Victorian house with detail that reminds me of a Mississippi steamboat, and get back on the trail up to the crest, the ridge line here. You can see off in the distance that road goes downhill, and you can see away across the Jones Falls River Valley, the other side of the river valley. I'm now on Roland Avenue, the crest line between the two river valleys, and across the street from the church. And here I'm positioning myself to get a view of the church. Unfortunately, I should have made the drone down lower so it wouldn't cut off the steeple, but you get the idea. It's a very beautiful stone church. I then walk from here over to the cemetery indicated on the map and show the area, as well as take a little flight indicated in blue here. I've linked in the description to another flight in which I do some pirouette practices around that water tower. I'm now at the cemetery on the crest line between the two stream valleys and spinning around to just show the area. And here you'll see coming up across the way is the crest line of the opposite side of the Jones Falls stream valley. Now I'm going to take the drone up and you'll be able to see the Roland water tower pop up in the middle. There it is, just at the horizon. I'm gonna take it up quickly, kind of speed up the video here. You'll see that the water tower gets lost in the clutter of the landscape. And now I want to show you the features of the Jones Falls River Valley. We're looking north. You can see the water tower circled in blue, which is roughly on the ridgeline between the two stream valleys. And to the left, we've got the foot of the two opposing hillsides that flatten out into the valley floor of the Jones Falls River, marked in green. The Jones Falls River itself runs roughly along the Jones Falls Expressway that you can see running horizontally there just below the forested ridge line on the opposite side of this valley. Now I'm going to take us for another spin around. I think I've pretty much gained the full elevation I can gain here. You can see a shopping center down at the bottom of the screen there. I'm laughing because this is where an alarm on my phone went off and I had to scramble to try to, I should edit this out. But anyhow, yes, this is where my phone went funky and I had to turn off an alarm. Now I'm looking down, woohoo, straight down on the cemetery. It's always kind of a thrill to look straight down from that height, even though you're not literally up at that height. All right, let's take a quick look at the landscape around here. Johns Hopkins University is in the background. That green patch there, the wooded patch, that's where I've flown before. That's Wyman Park. Now we're looking south down Roland Avenue. Again, the ridge line. Off to the right, you can see the Jones Falls Expressway. Well, now it's covered by that. Jones Falls Expressway and the Jones Falls, and the wooded area behind that is the ridge line of the Jones Falls Valley. Yes, indeed. So this is all about little stream valleys here. Spinning back the other way, and soon enough I will be taking off on a flight to the Roland Water Tower, which is north of here, and I am now oriented towards the tower. It's about in the center there where that white circle is, and now I'm on my way. I realized that flying in normal mode is rather slow, so I put it into sport mode, which is also pretty slow, but a lot faster than normal mode. And here I am. You can see the water tower getting closer, about in the center of the screen with the circle just off to the right of it. Roland Road, which is split with a median, is in the center of the screen. Again, that's the ridge line between the two stream valleys. Going off to the right of the tower here, and going to take a quick spin around it, zooming in, getting pretty close to it, hugging the tower, and now heading back. I'm going to speed up this part of the flight so as not to bore everybody. I realize I want to stay along the roads in case my drone falls out of the air. And there we are back at the cemetery, coming in for landing. It's always fun in FPV to do some sweeping turns. Granted, these are not the most cinematic. Anyhow, I'm coming in for a landing here. You can see my home location and the tombstones zooming by underneath, and I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. If you've made it this far, thank you so much, and hit the like button. Also, hit subscribe so you can see my future videos. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.